whoever made this machine, somebody need to kick them.
Wait,
Somebody need to them up.
what?
That
All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night. Hope you guys had a good day. So, as usual, I was checking out this Mark Jackson podcast. It's got Tim Hardaway Sr. on there. And if you guys don't know, I've always been a huge Tim Hardaway fan, not just as a basketball player, but just like anytime I can hear him talk, I'm like all game. I was kind of browsing through this one a little bit to try and see what they were talking about. And I don't want to play the whole podcast because it just seems like an awesome pod. You know, they're just covering his whole career. So link is going to be down below for the podcast. I highly recommend watching the whole thing. Very entertaining. But when I was skipping around, I saw during this last segment here, Tim Hardaway is just going off about some machine that was at Miami when he came to the Heat, like something that like Pat Riley must have like tortured these guys with. I don't know what it is, but you know, like he won't stop talking about it. Like I kept like skipping through, and he's still like bashing this machine. So I figured let's do a little shot in the dark here and let's see what the heck is he talking about. So I rewound it to the point where they start talking about his time in Miami under Pat Riley. But I figured we'd start there and see where this thing takes us. So, anyways, everybody, like I said earlier, the link to the original podcast is going to be down below. If I didn't mention it, this is on the Mark Jackson show. So Mark Jackson, his son, and Tim Hardaway on a podcast. Everybody, please leave this video a like. I'd appreciate it a ton. It helps out a lot. And yeah, let's see what this is all about.
Well, let's fast forward. We appreciate your time, but let's fast forward to Miami, and you get a chance to play with an all-time great dominant big man in Alonzo Mourning. Touch on those years.
Man, it was great, man. You know, first of all, legendary Pat Riley. I don't think y'all heard the news, but they gonna build a statue for him in L.A. For the Lakers, which is great. I'm happy for him. He deserves that. You know,
that is great. I didn't hear about that. I don't know about you guys. I didn't hear about that, but that's awesome. That should be an interesting statue. Hope the dude that made Dwayne Wade's statue is not going to make this one.
Pat Riley is a no-nonsense coach, and you know, love playing for him. Love playing for him. Now, I don't know about other people, but I love playing for him because he was no nonsense. You come in this gym, let's hoop, let's get this work done.
Yep.
Let's be attentive. Let's pay attention to detail. Let's be ready to go out here and play.
Yep.
I asked him, I said, Pat, I'm in the elevator. Why do we practice for 2.5 hours, man? He said, the game is 2.5 hours.
Yep. Fair enough.
Nothing else to be said. I just said, okay. And I left it alone. But yeah, man, you know, playing with Alonzo Mourning.
Shoot.
It was absolutely great, man. You know, I never played with a big man that could, you know, first of all, block shots like he blocked shots.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, like, he timed the shot perfectly, kept it in bounds. We gone, we doing this. And, you know, running offense through him and stuff like that.
And I got to be fair, too, because a ton of the Jordan compilations that I watch here and I react to, it just shows Jordan dunking on Alonzo. And I mean, that's awesome because Jordan definitely got him. I count probably like 8 to 10 times he dunked on Alonzo. But if you also look for all the times that Alonzo has blocked MJ, dude, Alonzo blocked the hell out of everybody. And he blocked MJ multiple times, just like he blocked everybody else in the league multiple times. He just wasn't scared. He didn't care if he got dunked on. He's trying to stop that. He's trying to stop the bucket.
It was just great to have him. I mean, you know, Vashawn, Dan, Zoe, PJ, Ike, you know, and a lot of other guys that was on the team, Vashawn Leonard. You know, we had a bond there, man. When we came there in that gym, it was us against everybody. And we felt it. and we went out there and played like that.
Yeah,
And
they did.
we took on that initiative of, you know, it's just heat. It's not about that on your back, your name on your back. It's about heat.
Yeah, it's like
It's
that
about
15
winning for the
strong.
heat and the organization and your teammates and going out there and doing the correct way, doing it the correct way for your teammates. So when they talk about heat culture, man, it started back in 96, 95, 96. And it was real. It was real. And
It definitely was. Those guys. It's funny wherever it was wherever Pat Riley went during that time because it was the bad boy Pistons who were that tough as nails team in the East. Then it became the New York Knicks when Pat Riley went there, and then all of a sudden they were looking just like the bad boy Pistons as far as like how tough they were and what they were willing to physically do to beat down their opponent. Then it was Miami, man, and it was funny to see. I didn't like it at first to see Tim Hardaway go from the Run TMC like run and gun Don Nelson based Warriors team to the tough and gritty Pat Riley team, but he fit in great. He did a great job. But yeah, wherever Pat Riley goes, it's this 15 strong mentality, next man up. It's not about the individual, and you got to be tough as nails. And damn, man, practicing 2.5 hours makes perfect sense. It really does. That way you don't run out of gas when it comes to a real game. I hear they're not practicing much these days. They're just training, like doing workouts and stuff like that, but not much scrimmaging and actual on-court practicing.
And and it's a tribute to Keith Askins because Keith Askins was one of those guys that came in every day. A consummate pro came in every day and worked, and couldn't dribble a lick. Couldn't dribble a lick. I came down the court. I was in Milwaukee. I remember. You know how you feeling, Mark? Y'all hooping. You come down. You coming down, and I passed it to him on the left side. And as soon as I passed to him, because he was open, it was a fast break. As soon as I passed to him, I passed to him too early. And as soon as I passed it to him, I said, "Oh," because you got to know your
Yeah, he
personnel.
didn't lead him. He can't
He
dribble.
damn near broke his neck. Because he's a catch and shooter
Yeah.
and a defensive guy. He's not a guy that's gonna put it on the floor. You can't play pick and roll with him. You can't give him one dribble and layup. I said, "Oh," and Pat looked at me and was like, "I said he was open, man. He was open." And it was in the thick of the things too. I mean, the fourth quarter, like 4 minutes left to go. I passed. He said, "My fault, Biggs." I said, "No, that was my fault." I saw you open, and I knew because I knew he had to take that one
One
dribble
dribble.
and 1.5,
Yep.
and I said, "Oh, he about to kill himself." So I said, but no,
Oh, shit.
Keith Axel, consummate pro, always there for the team, and that's why he's still with the organization right now to this day because he was
Oh, wow.
first they first pick, or they one of their first guys they picked in the draft when they in '88.
I like that about Pat Riley too. As far as like who he's gonna keep in the organization post player career, it's not about how great you were on the court. It's about like whatever's going on behind the scenes, that leadership that we don't get to see. What's going on in practices and on the bench and all that, and in the locker room. Those are the guys he keeps around forever. And I mean, look, like Haslam is kind of a perfect example of that because the last 10 years of Haslam's career, not very productive, but he always had a spot for him on the bench, but it wasn't necessarily to be a player. It was to be a leader, a mentor to everybody. I really like that. I like that mentality. It keeps the culture like solid. You can extend the culture an extra 10 years with guys like that.
Now, you touched on Pat Riley. One thing I loved about him, playing for him in 91, 92 in New York,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like going back to the Joel Embiid situation, he's sitting 12 guys before practice against the wall. And he's going to say it in front. It ain't Tim tell Zoe or Zoe tell Tim or Maxie tell Joel Embiid. He is setting the tone by speaking his mind and holding guys accountable 1 through 12.
Right then and there. Right then and there. This is what I expect. This is how I expect it.
Yeah.
This is what you're going to give me. This is what we're going to do in practice. This is how we're going to do it in practice. And this is every day. This is every day. This not like today, I'm going to do it and then 2 weeks from now. No, this is every day.
Mm-hmm.
He's going down the line every day on everybody.
Damn.
On everybody. So everybody's accountable and everybody understand what they need to do. Everybody getting singled out. Every day, everybody getting singled out.
Dude, that's awesome, though, because that's what practice is for. So you start out with intent. It's practice with intention. Going down the line, this is what we're going to work on. This is what we're going to work on. This is what you're going to work on. Down the list, and now let's get it done. And you got 2.5 hours. Let's get it done. Tomorrow we'll have a new set of things to work on. I mean, it might sound tough to today's generation, but that's how you got a job done. That's how you improved back then. Imagine having a boss like that. You might call that boss a hard ass, but that boss is going to get the damn job done. And there's not going to be any confusion as to what each individual is supposed to be doing to accomplish the goal of the day. Everyone's accountable now. There's no confusion. You can't blame shift each other because you guys know what your responsibility was. Coach dictated that. I like it. I'm glad Tim Hardaway liked it too, because he always had that goofy, fun personality. But it's awesome to hear that he actually enjoyed being coached the right way.
So yeah, that's what makes him the all-time great, because you got to respect that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're going and then you say, and if you don't do it, I'm going to sit your ass down.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit your ass down.
Someone else
if you
will
don't
do
it. If you don't believe me, don't do it. First of all, you probably won't get in the game, because if you're not practicing hard, you're not going to get in the game.
Yeah. That's how it should be.
Did you guys have to ride the bike if you didn't practice? So it encouraged you to. I'd rather practice than be on the bike the whole time.
Man, do not get hurt. So say your knee hurt or your hamstring hurt, you can't ride the bike. I'm gonna tell you this: whoever made this machine, somebody need to kick them. Somebody need to them up.
What?
That machine, you go like this. That is some bullshit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I hate that.
Is he describing an elliptical bike or whatever they're called, where you're pedaling but you're also like moving the arms back and forth? Is this what he's gonna go on a rant for? Hold up.
Machine ain't no joke.
Man, but see, we talking about, we got 2.5 hour practice.
Oh shoot.
So it's like you doing that for like 2 hours. Am I right, Mark?
Yep, and you only get a break when the team gets a break.
When it's a break, you get up. Like, hey, how you like that?
What?
I see you in the playpen. I see you upset like a mom. Yeah, I'm upset. I'd rather ride. If it's one thing I'd rather do, if I'm not practicing, I'd rather ride a bike or that machine there. Man, whoever invented that, he need to get his. That machine, man, I hate that machine.
Shit.
Hate it.
And that's shocking, because we're talking about a guy that now at 58 years old gets up at 6 in the morning and does 60-40 sprints and works his tail off, conditioning-wise.
But it's not that machine. You know what? And I see, if you go to a place, if you go work out, they have that machine where people work out at, Lifestyle or whatever.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody on that machine. You don't see nobody on that machine.
I only see one person. Our last guest, my guy Dave Snowden, who plays wheelchair basketball, who's paralyzed from the waist down.
Okay,
that's the only.
right.
That's the way he
That
walks.
don't count.
Yeah.
He's forced into that.
Okay. All right, I understand now.
Oh my God.
He needs that machine. But that machine does not need to be on the basketball court. Guys, you know, that's the man.
Holy shit.
Man, every time I had to do that, yeah, Tim, you go over there. I looked at Pat like, oh man, I want to cuss him out. I want to walk out. I hate dude, that machine is up.
I didn't know during this interview we was going to spend 10 minutes on that machine and bring back old memories of two former Pat
Man,
Riley
that
point
shit, man,
guards.
I had no idea. I thought this was like some torture device that they were going to be describing. I just heard him cursing out the damn machine. And I was like, I didn't think it was going to be an elliptical bike or whatever it's called. I think that's what it is. But damn, man. Okay, if I had to do that for 2.5 hours too, I'd rather be on the court. I'd rather be on the court playing than that. This is just so fun. He's got like massive trauma over this bike.
That machine, yeah. Sit-ups and all that, that's cool. But that machine, yeah.
In case they didn't get the message, what should happen to the person that invented that machine?
He needs to get He needed whoop.
Holy shit.
For real.
This is trauma.
For real.
Oh my God.
I know he's gonna be calling me too.
How you gonna get this message?
Oh yeah. Don't leave a message, because I won't call your back and cuss you out. That's
Well, we appreciate it all the time. A couple more questions. What would Tim Hardaway Sr., healthy and whole, average in today's game?
Oh, shoot. Okay, hold up. All right. Here's switching subjects. Man, that was good. That was so good. I want to keep going. So wait, I was too busy laughing. What'd he say?
Well, we appreciate it all the time. A couple more questions. What would Tim Hardaway Sr., healthy and whole, average in today's game?
40. Easy. Easy. I get to shoot 15
I gotta see
threes.
it again. I gotta see that reaction. Oh my God. If you guys haven't figured out why I love Tim Hardaway yet, like, this is just a short little blip of this podcast. I highly recommend you guys watch this whole thing. Oh my God. All right. I can't stop laughing. All right.
Average in today's game.
40. Easy. Easy. I get to shoot 15 threes a game.
I would.
I'm like Steph Curry. I'm like Steph Curry right now. It'd be hard to deal with me right now. All the I had, it'd be hard to deal with me right now. Every 40.
40.
Easy.
And the crazy thing, there's young kids, and I say this respectfully, that's watching saying, oh, that's just an old dude talking trash. No, this is Tim Hardaway Sr., Hall of Famer, had all the tricks on the offensive end. He would get numbers in today's, where you can't put hands on him, and he has all space in front of him. He put on a clinic nightly.
Okay, and Tim Hardaway especially, because Tim Hardaway was a face-up offensive player, and that that's what his staple move was with his crossover. So if you can't put hands on a guy like Tim Hardaway and you got to face up against him, it's game over, dude. Tim Hardaway's going by anybody and getting whatever shot he ever wanted. I didn't really think about putting him in today's game, but it would be a massacre. A massacre if you can't put hands on a guy like Tim Hardaway. That was the only way they could slow him down back in the 90s. They had to put hands on him.
Nightly.
And speaking of, I don't know if you know what Anthony Edwards said, who's a great basketball player, who has an incredible future in front of him and is going to be the face of the league at some point, if not, real soon. But
I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this one again. I have not forgotten what Ant said either.
Question the 90s players and how they couldn't play today. I totally disagree with the guys that we faced and played against.
Totally disagree with him. Love how he plays. Love watching him play. He is going to be the face of the league. I think playing with those guys in the Olympics helped him out tremendously. But man, when he said that, we was watered down. How y'all your mind? We was watered down. You wasn't even born then. How you know what it was?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even born. When was he born? 2001? 2002? You weren't even born. How you know what was watered down and what wasn't watered down? You know, and then JJ Redick. What did
Oh
he say? He
shoot,
said that
plumbers.
we was mediocre or something. What did he say? I don't even know what he said. But
Janitors.
huh?
He said something about janitors and custodians. Or,
Yeah. Man, please, man.
Plumbers and firemen, I think it was what it was.
He couldn't even play back then. We wouldn't in the Park District. We wouldn't even have him playing back then. We
Uh-huh.
wouldn't even have him on the court. He could only dribble. That's all he could do was dribble. He couldn't even. The only thing he could do is shoot. He couldn't even dribble the basketball, man. Come on, man. I just tell you this, man. They irked me when nobody never played in that era. How you gonna talk about that?
Yep.
You never played in that era. So you can't talk about the era. You never been in the physicality that we've been in. You never grew up how we grew up. You didn't go through the things that we grew up
Yeah.
doing what we had to endure when we was growing up.
Oh yeah. It wasn't the pro track like it is now. You had to play on the parks. You had to survive in the parks, and then make your way to school and figure it out in school as well. It was a game of survival for hooping in the 80s and in the 90s especially. It was a crazy time. It was that's why we have all this personality guys like Tim Hardaway coming through, and by the time they become pro, they're not soft. They're tough as nails because they had to survive to get there. These players now, man, they've got their butts being wiped for them their entire lives, and that's why once they come into the league, they're soft already because they never had to get hardened. They never had to like build up armor because everything has just been taken care of for them. All they have to do is just practice, train, and it's not like they're out there in the rain or in the snow, and dealing with all kinds of like gang violence and stuff like that in the park just to get a practice in. Nah, they've got it all cush now. It's a whole different game. And that's why it can't be replicated ever again the way it's going. What we had in the 90s, it can never be reproduced because those players, the stories to get to that NBA platform, it was it was a game of survival. It was a game of survival, not just who can make the most threes.
You don't know what made us. A lot of guys are athletic. You telling me Dominique wasn't athletic?
Sean Kemp.
You telling me that of course Michael Jordan or it's a lot Junior Bridgman or them other guys wasn't athletic. Man, there was a bunch of guys that was athletic and could play.
can you imagine having to be defended by Alvin Robinson?
Oh, man, please. Alvin Robinson being defended by him? Man, one time he picked me up. He said, oh, yeah, the dog. You got the dog on you now. You know how you I'm the dog. I said, okay, I'm going to tell you this, what I'm going to do to the dog. I'm not going to even say nothing. After the game, he's like, yeah, I see it. He said, yeah, that's real, huh? I say, yeah. He said, okay. He wasn't talking about the dog no more. But yeah, man, them guys that never played in our era, and they talk about our era,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to really seriously stop that because it was a lot of bad in the 80s and the 90s that could really, really, really play.
Yeah, this was in response to Antman saying that Michael Jordan was the only he was the only player in the 90s that had any skill. And it set off a bomb. And it's still going. So, yeah, I'm not forgetting those words anytime soon. I was becoming an Antman fan, and now I find myself rooting against him. I want him to get humbled now. So, I want him to lose.
Yep.
Last question for me. Who is the GOAT?
Oh, MJ.
Oh, Michael Jordan, no question.
Yes, sir.
Michael Jordan's the GOAT, no question.
See, this is what I love about Tim Hardaway. He's no BS. How much would you put up in today's game? 40. Who's the GOAT? MJ. There's no lying with a guy like this. He's not. He's the opposite of a freaking politician. You know, he's not trying to. He's not. He's so real, dude. I'm just gonna rewind it because I just screwed that up.
Yep.
Last question for me: who is the GOAT?
Oh, Michael Jordan, no question. Michael Jordan's the GOAT, no question. I mean, he's been there 6 times and he refused to lose 6 times. When he put his mind to playing defense, he went out there and played defense. He don't take no days off. He didn't lack a day's go stuff each and every day. He went out there and he played for the fans, and he gave a damn about playing 82 games too. He didn't take off. Load management.
Yeah.
Michael said, "I'm gonna bust your in practice, and then I'm gonna go out here and bust your in the game."
Yep.
Yeah. But that's the way we was, man. So no disrespect to LeBron, no disrespect, and out of sight, out of mind, Kobe Bryant. If I, to me, 1 and 1A. 1 is Michael Jordan, 1A is Kobe.
Respect.
Point blank. That's the way I see it.
Last question for me, for real this time.
For real?
Line up Chicago's greatest.
I'm sorry. Fucking Timmy. Who here watching this would not want to just like kick it with Timmy on a basketball court like for an entire afternoon? I would be laughing all day.
Line up Chicago's greatest. Line up New York's greatest. Who wins?
Wait, what?
Line up New York's greatest. Who wins?
Chicago versus New York's greatest? Oh.
See that hat right there?
Move it over.
You see that hat right there?
Chai, yeah.
Do you see that hat right there?
Yep.
We see it.
Chi-Town. No question.
No question.
No question.
Okay, wait. Before they get into this, let's see. We got MJ. We got D Rose. We got Pip. Let's put in Rodman. And what's a good center? Man, they had Ben Wallace at a point. I'll throw Ben Wallace in there. That's a good starting 5. Knicks? Oof. Man, do we throw Brunson in there at PG? Let's just do it. Brunson at PG, a shooting guard. I'm going to skip by that. We got Ewing at center. Power forward. Nah, man, I'm throwing in the towel already. Like, I'm going to throw in a towel. It's Chi-Town. Yeah, Chicago's going to whoop their ass. I mean, the Knicks have had some decent teams. Okay, Bernard King. Let's throw him in there. But still, who else are we going to throw in there? Now, I'm drawing a blank. I'm going Chicago all the way. Let's see if they debate this.
And you know what? And I'm going to tell you this. I don't even know why people think Michael Jordan is from Chicago. He ain't even from Chicago.
Nope.
He's from North Carolina. But a lot of people think that Michael Jordan is from Chicago.
Born in Chicago. Never mind. Scrap the entire thing I just said. Scrap the entire thing. I thought they were just talking about who played for the Bulls and who played for the Knicks.
He was born?
In Brooklyn, in New York.
So he's on the New York team?
Oh, shit.
Right. We would have still gave him some.
Oh, man. Bro, can't thank you
That's
enough.
Tim.
Elite trash talker, all-time great Hall of Famer, the legendary UTEP two-step man, Tim Hardaway Sr. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Love and appreciation.
Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate you all. Hey, man, y'all keep up the good work. And everybody watching y'all doing a great job. I hear nothing but positive and great things about you all. Keep up the good work.
Agreed.
Thank you for having me on.
Agreed.
Thanks, bro. Stay healthy.
Appreciate you, Tim.
You too. That health is wealth.
Thanks, man. That was awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, awesome episode. Shouts out to our sponsors.
Man, I might as well run it. Let's run
Underdog. Don't forget, click the link in the description.
Underdog.
And use the promo code MARK to match on the first time deposit over to $1,000. And you can get a specialty pick. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all.
Remember, talk to yourself. Encourage yourself. I don't care what you're going through. Don't get down. Don't get depressed. I don't care if nobody wants to help you. Help yourself.
Yes,
the
sir.
Bible says David encouraged himself. Talk to yourself. The legend, Muhammad Ali, once said, I am the greatest. But what he said after that was even more profound to me. He said, I am the greatest. I said it to myself even before I knew it. Encourage yourself.
Oh, wow.
Blessings.
Hey, that ended leaving me kind of hyped because that's true. That's been my motto over the last like 4 years. Be your own hero, you know? Save yourself. And yeah, if you can't save yourself, you can't save anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta go back and watch this entire podcast after this. Like, this was so funny. I can't remember the last time I laughed this hard. And it was just like, dude, Tim Hardaway this is just his natural personality, which is what I love. Like, he just, you don't know what the hell he's gonna say next. He's so brutally honest about everything that he just spitballs, and it's a breath of fresh air. I gotta say, it's a breath of fresh air. Would Tim Hardaway average 40? Yeah, he would. Yeah, I think he would. I don't think it'll be a damn problem. I like what he said about Antman respecting his game, but at the same time being like, yo, shut up about stuff you don't know. I think that's a good lesson for anybody about anything. If you don't know about something, you shut up and ask questions. You learn about it. And after you've learned about it, then you might be able to speak on it. But until you know what you're talking about, shut up and listen. This is how it all goes. This is how we learn things. And it's how we better ourselves. But yeah, I've noticed it's not just Antman. It's a lot of people just in the world in general. They get into an echo chamber of hearing other people talk about something, and then they just repeat what they've heard without doing any research or anything on their own. So they're really just talking about crap that they don't know about. And I think that makes the world dumber. It doesn't make the world smarter at all, because it just means there's a bunch of misinformation all over the place. And yeah, I don't like it. I see it in the media. I see it in reporting. I see it with like friends. I see it in the workplace. Like, I see it in the comments. You name it. People are just talking about stuff that they're completely ignorant about, and they're speaking about it emotionally instead of intellectually. And it used to not be this way, but that's a new thing. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought about this one. Man, Tim Hardaway, man, protect this man. This man is, he is, I think he's funnier now than he ever was. You know, like he's been making me laugh for 30 years, this guy. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought. Mark Jackson Show, I highly recommend watching it. It's good stuff. I will see you all on the next one. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, okay? All right, peace out, everybody.